What's up, Infected? Welcome to the Quarantine. This video is another one of my insert building. So, today we're going to be building the Blood Rage insert. Now, I purchased this one because I own Blood Rage and I enjoy Blood Rage. Spoilers, I don't think I've made a review for it. But this is a broken token Blood Rage insert. That's what I'm looking for. And the main reason why I wanted this is because I own Blood Rage, as you see right here. Really fun game. If you haven't already played it, definitely recommend picking it up. Now, I have a little baggie here. I painted my monsters, and I never got around to painting my actual people, but I did paint my monsters here. So you see the giant and, or what is it, I don't remember what they're actually called, but so I painted these guys. And I have them all tossed in a bag like this, and they're sealed. So, you know, as long as you're not scraping your nail across them, they should be perfectly fine. But I don't really like this because, you know, over time, over playing it and everything, it's gonna damage these models. And I put, you know, a lot of time and effort into painting these. So the expansion here, or the insert, I don't have any of the expansion stuff like that. Main reason why is because of it adds more monsters, and I didn't want to cram them all in a bag and all that stuff. So this supposedly keeps everything nice and segregated and everything. So I guess that's enough for me ranting. So let's just go right over to it. Alright, and I finished the Blood Rage one. Now, just know, all I have is the base game. I didn't kickstart Blood Rage, so I've just bought, again, the base game. I need to get around to getting the expansions and stuff, so a lot of what you see is not going to include that. So, let's dive in. The board sits real snug on top, which is nice. And then the books sitting here nicely. However, I noticed the Fire Giant sword, which you can't really see here, sticks up a bit, so you have to make sure you angle him back so that sword isn't, being crushed by the board. But this is what everything looks like packed away in here, which is really nice. So you're going to have your pillage tokens, and the way these ones work is you just push down on one side and they pop up. And I need a little bit more sanding and a little bit of frayed parts and stuff. But yeah, so you have this. I hope you guys can see that all right. But they have these little pressure little pieces here. So all you do is you put this back in and boom. So when you want it, you push down and boom. So you got all your pillage tokens, your first player horn, the what is it? The era token, I think it's called. You toss those little bad boys in here. And then those go here. And then you have right here the Ragnarok tokens, which I also put this in here, the Ragnarok indicator, but all your Ragnarok tokens fit right here. And I'll probably actually go ahead and toss this over here because it just makes more sense for it to be in there. But there's that, so that's fancy. And then you have, which I don't have, your Gods of Asgard, which how the pieces fit in here will make a little bit more sense once I get to these monsters. But it looks like this. Here's the monsters. Now they just sit in there like this, which is nice. So the fact that I've painted these, they're not going to be rubbing against each other anymore or anything like that. So that'll be fancy. And then these go on it. And the only problem that I have is you're going to need to, when you put these back in, you're going to need to make sure it lays flat so you can make sure that the bases slide underneath it just fine. But other than that, I really like that. I don't know if the expansion adds more monsters to go up here. If so, awesome. But there's that. And then I already showed you the Gods of Asgard over there. And then you have your card trays that hold your Era 1, 2, and 3 cards. And then you have a push-up right here underneath all of them, so it's easier to get them out. And what I do is I have the, one player and 2 player cards right here, and then I have the 3 and 4 face up below it, so that way it's easier for me to be able to see, which cards will be in play. And then of course there's room, these are all sleeved, and of course there's room for everything else in it sleeved, which is nice. Then we have the monsters, which you kind of saw here. These are really nice. So unlike the, the scythe one, it's still got the little metal thing, or the little wooden things that will apply pressure, but these ones seem a lot better and a lot more sturdy, I guess, than the other ones. I guess maybe because they're bigger, and it's not as much of a pain to get them in and out. However, where I did paint my bases, I do foresee it scratching the hell out of the sides of the bases, but that's not really that big of a deal, so I'm okay with that. Just make sure you have the Fire Giant angled to where his sword's touching the back wall, so that way when the board goes onto it, it'll be not crushing his sword. So that's nice. And then they also have this little thing here, so you can pull it out of the storage. Now I don't have the monster expansion. Wow, words are hard. The monster expansion. So this is just an empty insert for me for right now. But then, here's the player inserts. So, this pops off here and all your extra bases are here. Which, if you're like us, we don't use the monster bases because, and I mean, the expansions may change this, but I have the Fire Giant card on my thing. So, obviously, I'm the only one that controls it. And usually, that way where I painted the bases didn't screw them up. And that way, it's common sense. Hey, you look around the board. Oh, okay, you have the Ice Giant. No big deal. Or you just ask. It's pretty simple. So these, I don't know if the other expansions add more people over here. Like 2 more, it looks like, for every race. But, yeah, there's 2 empty spaces right here. The insert didn't show a good enough picture. The boat, these just pop off, and there's everything. Well, I should probably angle it. They just pop off, and that's how the top part is. The boat does not fit in here with its base on it, the colored base, but it has a colored flag, so it doesn't really need the colored base. And these ones, they lock pretty well into the back, so I don't think it'll work very well without those colored bases on it. So even if after I paint them, I'll probably leave the colored bases on it just because they fit in here really solid. Now, and I apparently didn't lock the boat in, and the flag fell off. I'll fix that in a minute. Yeah, I didn't push this side all the way in, so yeah, the boat's not wanting to cooperate. But you get the idea. That was more my error. And all of them are like that. So see, here's the blue. You have all of your pieces here. Boom. Now some of these probably require a bit more sanding. They don't pop out as easily as I would like them to. And then the Wolf Clan, which is, if you see there, I've started to paint them a few months ago, but then I never got around to finishing it. So, what are you going to do? And then the Amazons, the Serpents. And then what I'm guessing is the 5-player and 6-player expansion, which I don't have. But that is the Broken Token insert for Blood Rage, fully built. And those are my thoughts on it. So overall, really nice. I do like it. A bit complicated, but not really that big of a deal. I mean, not really complicated, but like the way these things here work, kind of a pain. I almost would have preferred just normal trays kind of like this with everything locking in it that way, but I guess storage would have been a pain with that. So I can't really complain. I overall definitely recommend it. It's really nice. So anyways, if you like this show or this video here, check out my Patreon. I'll have up here in the corner and down in the description. I also have a tip jar down there if you are afraid of commitment and would like to support the show with a one-time donation. Any little bit helps, and I definitely appreciate it. If you're new here, stick around. Hit that, I think it's over here. Hit that subscribe button. Stick around. Watch some more videos. I'm hoping to have more videos like this out in the future. I do have a Gloomhaven one that I have sitting over there, but I don't own Gloomhaven yet. I'm waiting for my Kickstarter edition to come in for the second printing. So once that comes in, I will do another video like this of that. I've also reached out to Broken Token and the Meeple Realty and a couple of the other ones showing interest to be able to review their things like this, and I haven't heard back from them yet, so maybe something will come out of that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time in the quarantine.